Can I do that? I can. Hello. Right, things going on. So what I want to do is introduce you to these, introduce you to my little tiny shed. Now this is so that I can do some bits on a weekend and get some things done, get some editing done, but also so I can show you how I'm going to sort my shed out and make the shed into a cool little workshop. So let me show you a little bit inside the shed. As you can see, I've already got some insulation going on. And if you saw a previous, if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I've got a window behind there. And I'm going to change that for a double glazed panel one of the days. So let me show you a bit about my shed. There is a bench, but this is all work in progress, and I really need to get on with it. Got a bit more insulation there. I'm going to insulate the door somehow to keep some of the noise out, and so that I can be sort of locked in. But I've got a special thing going on with the door as well, because I'm not just going to insulate it. I'm going to put a couple of crafty mechanisms to make it harder to get in, for people to get in, if anybody decided to get in. Anyhow, that lot there I'll tell you about in a future thing. That's really interesting. That's going to be great. I've got a bit of lighting, and it's all just a bit of a plug-in down here thing at the moment. So I've got this LED strip, which is super bright. I mean, it's seriously bright, which is great. I've also got this sort of lamp thing, which has got a couple of LEDs in, but it's also got a couple of halogen in. And actually, that makes a difference to the heat, so that's pretty good. Right, let's show you what's on the walls. Let's show you over here. So I've got this thin melamine. First of all, I've got insulation. I've got this double bubble insulation wrap thing, which is all done and sealed, and it's all around, which is pretty good. I did have to take a little bit off this. I need a bit more tape up there one of the days. This is a boat building trick. This is a little boat building trick. Some panels, some strips glued to the back of this one. They also go to the back of the other one in between, and it means that if you put any pressure on the panel, see if I can show you, if you put any pressure on the bottom panel or top panel, they both move at the same time. So that's pretty cool. Let me show you, if you've seen the last couple of videos, you'll have seen that there's a box on the thumbnail of my video, and that box was made yesterday and it's gone there. And the idea is for me to keep my little plane of thickness with. Now, boat builder, ex-boat builder, I can still build boats. I don't. Tip here is not to take it to the floor, is to leave some space on the floor. It makes the space feel bigger. It means that if your foot accidentally goes under there or whatever when you're getting something, there's room under there. Think of your kitchen and the kickboards around your kitchen. It's a pretty good way of storing things, of having things. And I've got a few bits that might stay on the floor but tucked under, but this is useful. So this is my little plane of thickness. I've had this for years and years, and it's great, and it just more boxes that will fill this space. So instead of having junk filling the space, I'll have another box which I'll remove and do whatever I want with, and another one over there. So I'm maximizing the space in here, and if I want to get that out, I remove that box, I remove that box, and then I can remove that. So it's seconds, and those boxes will be made so that they fit under here easily if I want them to, so I can leave that as open as I want. So it's about flexible. It's flexible storage space. This is an old pallet. The reason I'm making things like this is because offcuts from the old pallet go on the log burner and they burn and keep the house warm. So that's what's going on. I need to make a couple of panels, a few more panels in here. So I think I'll start periodically making a panel or two. It will have, I'd almost call it a headlining. I think it will have some panels up here, but now I'm thinking, maybe don't. Maybe all this reflection of light is brilliant. It is, it does sort of work. I don't mind it at all. So yeah, I've got a few more of those panels here, which can go on. I've got a beanbag in here for sitting down there. The workmate is restoration job. One of the days I've had that since I was 16, so that's 42 years old. That's going to have a restoration in one of the videos. That's going to go over here. I've got some black painted shelving and cobwebs. That's going to get used in the box making part, because I'm not building a shelf unit in here anymore. It's not going to be shelves, it's just going to be boxes that house things. If I ever decided to sell this, then unscrew it off the wall, it can go in that's its packing case. So forward thinking. Nice big window there, which is pretty cool. I can feel the heat off the light, which is great. And then when the light gets warm enough, I can just turn that off. I've got plenty of insulation on the floor. I've got underlay, and then under that some of those 1/2 inch thick foam panels on the floor, and then there's the wooden floorboard. I've got some carpet to go down on the floor. Bench is a pine bench. It's about 18 inches deep, 20 inches deep, and it's through wedged, so it dismantles pretty easily. It comes apart quite easily, which is great. And this can be taken apart, taken to the workshop. I've got these threaded parts in here. This is so that I can hold things wherever I want. There will be another part on here with holes in it. Lots going on, but I'm going to be doing bits and pieces in here and outside and on the house and whatever. Now Sunday will be my day of doing bits and pieces, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyhow, there you go. Tales from the shed. Yeah, thanks Tim, you're right, tales from the shed. So there you go, the shed. It's noisy, or is it okay? Should be okay really, but I'm going to look at sound insulation in here as well. So there will be areas of sound insulation. Double glazed window there will be great, having a double glazed window. I've priced that up as well, 50 quid. So this is where I want to get the Patreon thing working. If I can get some support with things like that, I can have it'll make it quieter in here. I'll be able to film better in here, which will be better quality films, better quality video, better quality content. That's where I want to go. I've got so much I want to do, and it's what purpose is a shed for? Little bits and pieces at home, little to not much storage. I don't want to have too much storage in here. I've got a lot of the workshop. My workshop's got all my tools. Just bits and pieces, just little projects that some people might want to follow along, rather than seeing the bigger projects I'm doing in the workshop. Might be some of the tool restoration in here, so cleaning tools up and getting things right. But definitely different to the workshop. There'll be an almost oriental feel in here, a sort of Japanesey, hopefully, type feel, and just very tidy, very clean. And also the other purpose of the shed is sit down, do some editing on my own, enjoy it, and and start to enjoy being out and about, and get some bits. I've got a fence to replace here. My fence is and that's going to take some doing, but I'm waiting for the better weather before I start doing it. So there's a thing from a long time ago. I made that a while ago. That's a laminated timber thing for getting in my pizza oven, for getting for pushing the ashes around inside the pizza oven. So it's just small bits and pieces. It's just because some people don't want workshop, they want shed stuff. So right, there you go. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. How do I turn this off? There you go.